Anshuman, I would like to know little about you, your background, how you started and how you entered into this field, what you did and what are you doing right now.
See, I come from a very small town. So, as I always tell my students, that I come from a place which is actually not there in the map as well. So, the gangs of Washipur actually made our place famous. So, Washipur is almost like 12 kilometers from my place. So, I belong from a place called Katrasgarh. So, absolutely coal-filled and all those areas and all. So, from there, I moved. My only ambition time when I was in school, and my ambition was to leave this place and go out, because there was no opportunities, there's no guidance, nothing. So it was very hard in those days. I'm talking about, I passed out in 10th. I did it in 94, 92. So from there, after my 12, I applied in BHU. Lucky to got there. So from after completing my graduation from Banaras Hindu University, I moved to Hyderabad. So from there, I did my proper training, because my dad used to tell me ki whatever you want to do it, you should have a proper education with you. So unless and until you know the field, you are not supposed to go. So I got my film education from the Institute of Creative Arts. Earlier, it was a proper film animation and filmmaking institute, which was there in Hyderabad. It was a 2 years course. I did that, and then we came back to Mumbai. Joined, quite lucky, in 1999. I with my course and all, I joined ZTV, SL Group. In those days, ZTV, I joined there in 99, 98 end actually. So with them, I joined as an assistant, and from there, in a very short span of time, I became director. I was doing program directions, promos, and all those things for Music Asia. Then it was UT and Urdu Television Network, which was later on it closed down. Then we moved to ZTV, Z Cinema, Z Smile, Alpha Bengali. Then in 2006, I left ZTV, because by that time it was like almost like 7 years at one place. And creative people are little bit they're anxious कि नहीं नहीं क्या कर रहे हैं एक ही जगह पे इतने सारों. So that's where I left ZTV. I felt कि नहीं, I need to explore more, and advertising was always very close to me. So I thought of joining advertising. An opportunity came up, and I joined an agency where I am quite lucky to work with good people, and as well as with a very good brands. So
Which was the agency?
it was Situations Advertising.
Oh,
So with Situations Advertising, with under the mentorship of Mr. Anjan Chatterjee, I was quite uh, closely. I worked with him, learned a lot of things. He's an institution in that. In 4 years, I learned a lot of things from him. And in that period, we handled Strix, Everest Masale, Fair and Handsome, then Ujala, Charbundawala, and all those brands where Cello was there. So all those brands were national brands, and we are quite fortunate to work on that, and as well as mainland China's. And also I was there, I was heading there the films department, as well as I was into the client servicing. So client servicing, I was doing it just to learn, because in agency, I came to know that unless and until you handle clients, you won't learn anything. So that is where I moved to client servicing, and then learned a lot of things from Anjan sir. Indranil was there, Milind Nabar. So with them, learned a lot of things, which actually I realized that it helped me in teaching a lot of things. And after that, I joined in 2009. I joined Z Learn again. So it's a house of ZTV. It's the same group, but it's an education division. So I joined as a general manager uh, with ZTV. Sorry, with Z Learn. There's an institute called ZIMA, Z Institute of Creative Media Arts. So after that, I became a business head with Z Learn of the youth division. I was handling the whole youth, which comprised of Zika, Zima, and I was actually quite fortunate from where I learned filmmaking and all. I was heading that place, so it was a very good experience, and I was very fortunate to have in that way. So it was I actually learned my filmmaking from Zika, as I told you, and at one point of time I was heading that organization. So it was quite good in that way. Then I set up film school in 2014 with Atharva Education Trust. With them, I set up a film school which is called, which is still functional, Atharva Institute of Film and Television. Then, in 2016 end, I joined Sound Ideas. So, Sound Ideas Academy. We teach completely sound-based, sound engineering and all. I'm still with them. I work as a CEO there. Pramod Chandorkar is the director. He's quite known in fraternity and the media. So, yes, as a sound engineer, we have our own studios. We do a lot of film work there. And Pramod is it's quite known because he is there with Sonu Nigam. So it's going on. So that's it. And if you want to know something about, should I say? Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Right now, today, what you're doing?
Okay, fine. I'm still with Sound Ideas, but what happened? I'm basically I'm a mixture of both. So which I'm quite actually I'm quite fortunate in that I understand business as well as I'm a creative person. So I always think myself as an entrepreneur. So that's probably one of the reason I handle business in proper way. I made it wherever I went. I always thought of putting the business aspects there as the creative aspects. So in this COVID situations when we are sitting at home doing nothing, so I was working on it definitely. And then we launched in March. I started making the websites and all. And from June mid, we launched cinemaforscreen.com. So Cinema for Screen is basically for the creativepreneurs. It's like creativepreneurs, like creative plus entrepreneur. Like I always say that all creative person, being a director, being a sound engineer, being whoever, if you're there in the media industry, you are actually an entrepreneur. So we work as an entrepreneur, like a businessman. And because it's like every time you कुआं खोदना पड़ता है, पानी निकालना पड़ता है और पीना पड़ता है. So that kind of thing which we do it. So it's more or less it's like an entrepreneur. So it's entrepreneurs. So we are trying to build that network. In that we have a consultancy. Like if you want to make a films and all those, we cater to them as well. We have film festival. We network and we are creating chapter directors in this whole over India. Quite fortunate. Quickly, we managed to have 12 chapter directors in 12 different cities with us working right now. But yes, we are creating it in that way. The vision is good. We are here to help the creative fraternity so that whatever we can do for this. And we are working for that. So that is till date is the story.
Yeah, great. It's a great story, and it's really inspiring. From the small town next to Wasepur, you are coming to Mumbai, and and you don't join any gang. And now you are in the gang of creative crooners. So
Absolutely.
that's a really inspiring, interesting story. So
Yeah.
अंशुमन, ये स्टोरी का कीड़ा कब काटता है, कहां से काटता है, कहां से शुरू होता है?
See, I think we Indians, I always believe one thing, that we have that because we are born in that way. So after our birth, someone or other, they start telling stories. Like I still remember every night I used to tell stories to my son. So that thing continues for a very long time. And with books, कुछ बना के आप बोलते हो, कुछ सुना सुनाया चीजें. So we love to hear stories, and it's a very cliche thing which heard about it. But yes, that is something I think which is good for Indians, that uh, we in our upbringing years, we actually get to know a lot of things from mythology, from all those things. So I think the story thing actually come up from that. And then if you're a right brain, like we normally say that all the creative guys are normally the right brain guys. So we उस रास्ते पे चल पड़ते हैं कि जैसे storytelling and all those things, because you start visualizing things. The story actually helps you to visualize, because if you tell me a story and if I visualize, then I'll never forget. So that's something which is good. And being into a creative thing, I think that is where it starts.
So you have been into client servicing also, and
Yeah.
I have we were also in the parallel times, we were working in the parallel agencies. I've seen work of situations when you are servicing client and when you are making films for them. Uh, how that final product comes out, means from brief to final film. Can you explain the journey? Client brief to final product.
Okay. See, there is if I can tell you one case study which is there with us. I was quite fortunate to work uh, with one brand which is like it's a Fair and Handsome thing. So I think it's all of you know
Yeah, but
about
then
that
yeah,
brand.
Anshuman, I think yeah, Fair and Handsome is like a very handsome story which you have with you, and
Yeah.
I would like to keep it for the end
Okay. Okay.
because that's
Perfect.
something which I really want to show to public.
Okay.
But before, I think Ashish, you were talking about some Lupin thing, right? Which Anshuman had worked.
That's right, I think.
Okay.
At the outset, Anshuman, thank you for joining this forum. A very, very warm welcome. And
My
it's a
pleasure.
very, most welcome. And it's a very enviable journey that you had from a small town that you said. That itself is a great story. It's a very inspiring story, I would say. It inspires me, for example, a person with eyes full of dreams that I'll. And when I see your CV and I see that you all started from general manager, so, which only means that the dreams have come out true. You work for it. So, my hearty congratulations to you. Now, I belong to the pharma realm. I mean, up to December. So, that is, the month of my job lasts, corporate job.
Right.
And I'm really fascinated about pharma products and how to represent them. And I was looking into the YouTube and I could see your advertisement of Lupizime, which ultimately
Right.
understood that you're the one who created it. So I
Right.
would like to really understand what is the story behind it, if you can please.
Okay. I was working there, and as I said, I'm a filmmaker because I'm a trained filmmaker myself. So and I'm always fascinated with the advertising world. So I learned also in that. I studied after that. But Lupizine thing happened. There was a friend of mine called Kapil Mazumdar. He used to run an agency called the Cab Advertising. Uh,
Okay.
so over the years, we became very good friends. So for whatever his films, like the corporates and all, myself, I used to make corporate films for him, audio visual, as you say, the audio visuals, or the advertising films. So his Lupizyme comes from Lupin, the part of the Lupin brand, and Lupizyme. It's a nice thing which I say, if you see the video, you will able to understand that it's a small town again. The whole concept was, the brief was given to us like we have to this brand is probably from 30 plus male, which we are targeting to.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so from there we did the research there. Like if you see the film, it's a rural kind of a setup, small town kind of a setup, which you can see it, and the person is wearing a safari suit. So our main target was for Lupizyme is like north and the part of Bihar, UP, all those places where they were targeting to, and the main customer was there. So we had to design the whole film in that way. So we had to do the research. We said, okay, if this is the brief, then whom we should take, right? Then we thought of Nikhil. Was at that time, I think we made this film in 2000. I think seven, yeah, 7 or 8.
When it actually became a OTC, because prior to that, I think it was a prescription product.
Absolutely. Yeah. So from there, we with the research on base of that, we did the casting. The whole casting was in that way, the main characters and everything. His costumes, the language, the character he will or she will interact, right? Everything, whatever we did it, we because in advertising, as you know, that we are absolutely do everything in that parameters of the research. So whatever we get from the research, whatever we work in that parameter.
Should I share the video?
You can, but before that, Prasad, I had one more question, not a question. I had an observation that especially when this gas flatulence and discomfort came up, and you went to the chemist shop, XYZ or ABC or something like that, and this chemist appeared, and he's appeared in the avatar of a god, right? So that was very interesting. I mean, when you feel that, because I had that. Because Bengalis are very prone to having digestion problem, and that's how Piku film came out.
See,
and
actually,
how could you? Yeah, please.
Actually, what happened? We thought of, because a lot of debate also went behind that. We said ki why we want to show him as while he was turning, the chemist turns and he becomes a god. Yeah, so it's like when you are in trouble and this stomach and in digestion thing it creates a lot of problem in that particular person, and who at that time whoever gives a relief, he or she seems to be like okay, he's a savior kind of.
Absolutely.
So with that we came to that conclusion saying okay, and plus we are targeting to B and C cities where God-fearing people, any which ways, we are all God-fearing people. Those things which actually again came up from the brief, the research, whatever we got it from the agency. Based on that, we said, okay, we will have the chemist while he turns, he give, and that is the reason he gave it like this. So it's like you are giving some kind of an amrit and all. So in that way we give it to him.
हमारा प्यारे लाल, प्यारा ससुराल का दुलारा, खिलाए सब खाए खूब, इस चक्कर में होता पेट बेहाल, बदहजमी का मारा मुरझाया प्यारे लाल, पहुंचा औषधकार के द्वार, देखता क्या स्वयं प्रभु का अवतार, प्रभु ने दिया वरदान, वर्ष ये लो लुपिजाइम, हो पेट बेहाल, समय से लो लुपिजाइम हर बार। लुपिजाइम में है एंजाइम्स जो खाने को विरल करे और पाचन में सहायता करे। प्यारे लाल हमारा फिर खिलखिलाया। लुपिजाइम, खूब खाओ खूब पचाओ।
So that is the whole TVC is all about. And in the end, again, we shot this thing in Filmistan in Goregaon.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, it was a day shoot, and we shot this thing in 2009, 2010 we shot this. And it was actually a 60-seconder where it was made in a proper way. Then we had to give it to 30-second to the client. So that is where the lot of rush, you can see it in the edit as well. So we had to chop up a few shots there. But it was targeted there. It was aired on the national television as well. And it seems to be whatever we have heard about from the clients, the product was quite good. After that also we made few films for them.
Yeah, because 2007, when it was in air, and I was in Calcutta at that point of time, and I still remember Lupizime selling, in fact. I was a little taken aback that this has been taken away from the pen of the doctor. It goes, in the national.
Yeah.
But then when I've seen this commercial, I could really understand that it's connecting me, because in my part of the world where we have a big attraction towards having pani puris, or we say puchkas, Bengalis and all.
Absolutely.
And we have a problem of having indigestion dyspepsia because we do not know how much to eat. Right? But this is a very controversial statement. This applies for me as well. But particularly, I mean, as you rightly mentioned that, I mean, in my deep distress, when I want somebody to give me a respite, and when this man appears in the avatar of a god, that is a moment, which I really like the most. And he appears with Lupizime.
Yeah, right.
Great. I mean, in fact, I was watching one more advertisement of yours.
Right.
In fact, and I was talking about this Diva, and where you have this lady who's busy, and so could you tell us what the story was all about? I mean, from where did you get this?
Again, I did it with with Kapil Mazumdar again, with the cab advertising. We did this thing in 2004. So it was actually, this was my first TVC, which we did it. It was a brand sanitary napkin. So very difficult brand as well, because I'm talking about in 2014, we had to do a lot of research in that. So the tagline was itself, "Ab mudkar nahi hai dekhna." So ab mudkar nahi hai dekhna, to come up with that tagline, because Kapil has his agency was quite small. So we used to sit together, we used to brainstorm what will be the script, how we will do the screenplay, and all those things we used to sit together and do it.
मुझे बढ़ना है आगे।
Good shot, man.
सीरियल शूटिंग्स, लेट नाइट्स और फिर घर। हम और आप जैसी वर्किंग लेडीज को पीछे मुड़ने की फुर्सत है कहाँ? इसीलिए उन खास दिनों में चाहिए कुछ खास। मैंने पाया दीवा में है सोखने की ज्यादा क्षमता। सुपर अब्सॉर्बेंट मॉलिक्यूल्स लिक्विड को जेल में बदल दे, ताकि आप पाए सूखी ऊपरी परत और फ्रेश फील। दीवा सैनिटरी नैपकिन्स रेगुलर और अल्ट्रा थिन्स में उपलब्ध। दीवा, अब मुड़कर नहीं है देखना।
I was talking about how we came to this, the tagline. So tagline itself, we had to derive, if you see, we had to ask a lot of females about the whole thing. And Kapil, in fact, he had to wait there in front of the chemist. He had to do a lot of research with them. And we came to know that in that period of time, females, they have the tendency of looking back for the stains and all those things. So from that we came, and it was actually a very powerful tagline. Even the big, I won't tell the names and all, but yes, Kapil was approached from an agency for this tagline as well. So. And it was made in a proper way. We shot this thing in film, the whole thing. Intentionally we kept the look of the film very white, because one, it gives a very fresh kind of a feel, and we are talking about a product which actually talks about hygiene and all those things. So the whole treatment was in that way. and in that way we have derived it. So
Well,
that was Viva.
true. I mean, see, the sense that I got is because I am a salesman basically. I mean, 16 years of my life I was in sales, and I into sales training now. And buying happens to be a very emotional experience. When we
Right.
guys we come back, be it be it a cigarette or be it a car or be it a house, I think most of the time, it's a very emotional experience, and we say that we get emotionally invested.
True.
And then when you come back and then when you ask me that, Ashish, why did you buy this? And I keep on giving some, logical, analytical, mathematical statements, which might be to only cover up my emotional impulse, right?
True.
So what I feel is when you're enacting, for example, this relates me. For example, when you talk about leukozyme, it reminds me of one of my story when I had tremendous dyspepsia. It happened after I got married and went to certain relations belonging to my in-laws. And when you have a son-in-law, I mean, it's all food and stuff like the eastern part or in the western part, whatsoever. And I was feeling the need of getting relief because I have a tremendous problem of dyspepsia. So it connected me with that story. And that moment of time, when this medicine comes, it's almost like a God giving me something on a platter. I said, wow.
Yeah.
So, for example, for doing that, any story, it actually should arouse my own problems. It should touch my life, in fact. Correct me if I'm wrong, because you're a master in this. And then actually I said, wow, so this is me.
Absolutely.
For the benefit of viewers,
Yeah.
Ashish Dasgupta, many of you might know him, but those who do not know, he's a national head of training of Abbott, and he's Bengali, so he's talking about food. And then I want to move this discussion from food to again movies and stories. So Dada, if you allow.
Yeah, surely.
Yeah.
Otherwise you get stuck with me.
Yeah. And when two Bengalis meet, actually Adda happens, and I don't want that to realize. In any case, while in situations you must have worked on Sweet Bengal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I love Kheer Kodam from Sweet Bengal.
Oh, Calcutta and Sweet Bengal.
Okay, so my next question to you is: you have been running Zima, you were there, and you prepared plenty of students. Okay,
Right.
so first thing I want to ask is, what was the curriculum? What you were teaching them? When students they come out, with what knowledge and experience they come out? And can you tell us about what your students are doing now, or something about your students, what they have created? If you can just brief.
See, I was there from 2009 till 2014. So almost like 5 years I was
5 years.
there with that organization. And when I joined, it was there. See, the student is to have, okay, I'll little bit if I go back. In 2009, when we have the students coming from different parts of the country, as you know, this field of ours is considered to be a little bit taboo. So the parents normally, they don't agree. I'm talking about in 2009, almost 11 years back. So in those days, the parents, with what we have seen it, like parents were never in with the affirmation that my student, my son or daughter, they should go into this industry. So we used to face one thing, that a lot of students who used to come to us is they are adamant or they are rebel in that way. कि नहीं नहीं मुझे जाना ही है, मुझे करना ही है. So in that way we dealt one that is a very passionate kind of a student. So whoever is to come, we used to teach the media education. So the filmmaking, which was there for television, for advertising, and for films, definitely. So the direction courses there, the cinematography, editing, the technical sound. So all this acting, definitely, all these courses were there. and we normally have in a year, we normally it went up later on, but normally if you see the yearly intake was like around 350 odd kind of students, 350 to 400, 450 kind of an odd students,
Which is good, I would say.
yeah. So, and it's a short 6 months kind of a program and a 1 year kind of a program. Then we introduced 3 years graduation program with Z University, which is there in Dehradun. Student used to come there. We introduced 3 years program. That is also, I'll tell you, because what we found out that in short term courses, there's little bit of, because our field is more of your maturity. So because as you know, when I joined ZTV in 2008 end, 1998 end, we used to work in pneumatic tapes. You must be knowing it.
Right,
So big kind of a pneumatic tapes of grang, grung, grang, when once you entered into the recorder.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there's a lot of sound. So from there we started. And now there's no tape or anything. So in front of us, the whole technology changed completely. So we always tell our students that don't depend on the technical aspects. Yeah, you should learn the technical aspects, but you should not depend on it. You should become a slave to that. So technology should be a slave of ours. So it should not happen or vice versa. So that kind of thing which we said, and we in this creative field we have seen one thing, that maturity is very important for a kid, because aesthetics is there, the creative thing which actually develops all those things. Unless and until you see a lot of good films, unless and until you interact with people, so those things doesn't develop. So for developing all the senses, you need to spend time. So that is where we bought in 3 years program in Zima. The 6 months were there, so we moved to 1 year as well. So all those things were there. A lot of came out from that, and right now they're doing pretty good. Lot of students, because I'm in touch with them in Facebook and all the social handles. Few of them become a good actor. There are few students who are doing a lot of short films which are there. One became a very good DOP. He's doing a lot of ad films right now. And for the last, I think, 3-4 years, Suraj Pawar. Sanjay Pawar, Suraj Pawar. So like that kind of thing, lot of students moved on. There's one student who comes from Assam. His films got selected in Australia, so he went there. So a lot of stories are there. A lot of students who are even in my cinema screen. A lot of my old students, they have joined from different cities, 11 cities which I'm talking about, except 2, I think. All are my students, and who are doing pretty good. They're in their respective cities. They're doing, they're quite well off. And they agreed on taking the whole thing carry forward with them. So we are basically, please.
Yeah. Sorry. Complete.
So in a way, I think in last 11, 12 years, probably I never worked myself on making films and all those things, because I moved on into that. And but when I see the students' films and they doing good, you really feel good about it. Okay, who actually came with their dreams, now they're actually fulfilling all those things by catering. A lot of they're doing serials and all those things. So they are making content for this country now.
Yeah, what I liked is, actually, what we always saying, content is king,
Right.
and content will remain king. So, as you were mentioning, there were Umatic, then the beta happened, then digibeta happened, and we used to, put that clock. Then
Hmm.
every channel used to have different format,
Yeah.
providing beta, and we all those have days have gone, and they will also again go. Now we are shooting from mobile.
Yeah.
एंड एब्सोल्युटली ग्रेट मूवीज आर बीइंग मेड बाय मोबाइल सो एक मुझे पूछना है आपके स्टूडेंट्स अगर आप पेरेंट्स को बताइए कि अगर फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में आए तो क्या आदमी भूखे मरता है या उसको रोजी तो भी मिलता है
नहीं नहीं I very wrong concept. So that is where actually, to be very honest with you, Kiran, like why we came up with this cinema for screen. .com. The only reason is, as I said, when somebody comes from a small town, there's nobody to guide them. That's one. Like which field they will go, they don't know. So what they will come up with, I want to become an actor. मुझे सलमान बनना है, मुझे ऋतिक बनना है, या मुझे शाहरुख बनना है. ये एक्टिंग छोड़ के भी जो there's so many other fields which they don't know, and that's not their problem. I think we don't have a platform from which they will come and they will get that guidance. So we are trying to. That's one of the reason why we want to get it into the cities, and that is where we are making online the basics. We are not saying that we will give you 100% kind of a filmmaking audience educations and all, but yes, the basic kind of education which we are giving it through online every week we cater to whoever our members are or whoever wants to join. So we categorically we kept the education and the guidance. It's completely free for the members and whoever wants to come it. So I think that's something which we need to have it there. Little bit of I think that understanding should be there.
yeah so,
So
with this sorry so with
yeah,
this
please.
I think we should give this message to parents to those parents whose kids they want to do some career in creative arts. Let them do it, because if they don't do creative, they will do something else, and that they will do that creatively, but they will want to do something creative, so let them do it.
See, I have in
Yeah.
last more than a decade, I have seen one thing that there's a lot of engineers which after completing engineering or they left midway, they completely switch over to our field. Because creative is something which is like it's like your passion. So if you are passionate and all, uh, this people will come and do it. So and we also believe in something like what you love. I think you should do it. And creativity is it's a brilliant way. And there's people are making good money because right now a lot of streams are there, like advertising, your films, television, web series, digital marketing is also one of a
Absolutely.
part to it.
Absolutely.
So there's a lot of avenues for kids to come and build their careers. And we all, whatever we are, you, myself, we are all into the creative field and we are doing pretty good at. So I think they should come.
I
So
think
Woodhouse once said that you should write, you should publish only one book of your poetry novel, and keep it with you for yourself to read. But I think creative is such a way that you really feel happy when your creation comes out and someone else says aha, and that's what you
absolutely,
want. अरे
absolutely.
क्या मैंने बनाया यार.
Absolutely.
और
You know, this actually, I'm taking a thread from here, and I was reading some of those interviews of Ritik Ghatak. If you have heard, Ritik Ghatak is one of the legends. Satyajit Ray
Yeah.
and Ritik Ghatak was a contemporary. He says that creativity, making a film, is like giving birth to a baby. I mean, till the time you are pregnant, the idea is within you, as Kiran, you rightly mentioned, and then you give it birth, and the baby is crying, the baby, and it's mine. Correct. And many of the cases becomes a stillborn. So beautifully said. Kiran, if you allow me just ask one more question, it's really blocking my mind, and it is this. When you talk about cinema, when you talk about serials, advertisement, it means mass media. And that is where your specialization has come from, Anshuman, right?
Yeah.
And when you talk about the audience, and I see myself that we have a television, of a large screen television at home, which is seldom used. What has been generally been used is those OTT channels, which my wife, my son, or might be my daughter, she is not with us, but she might be. So there is a great change, I think, in the audience which I was, right, grown up with Amitabh Bachchan films or Nasiruddin Shah films on Third Cinema, and these audience. So do you feel that there is a need of changing the storyline accordingly, matching the psyche of the audience?
See, we have changed. If you see the content-wise, we have moved on. As we say, like in every decades, things will change. Like in agency also, Kiran, you must be knowing it. Like we change the logo, a little bit of do kind of tweakings and all those things after the logo is of 10 years. So it's quite evident that things will change after a decade. So I think whatever content we are doing it right now, one, because OTT platform is like very new. It's like you have you got the new independence kind of thing. कि अरे इतना दिन इतना censorship था, now everything is open, so you do whatever you want to. So I think this will go on for 2 to 3 years. But again, people will, if you ask me, earlier I used to like the content, whatever is there in OTT. But as of now, I'm finding it like कि सभी कुछ एक ही जैसा लग रहा है मुझे. So that is where the problem lies. So I think things will change again. So, but the content will develop according to the audience, according to the niche, and digital is something which it's where you can measure each and every thing here. So that is a very good thing. In television and films, it's like कि अंधेरे में आपने तीर चलाया. So digital is not that way. You get each and everything, all views, and you can compare things, which is working, which is not. So I think on that basis, the OTT channels are working towards it, and they're making contents for that. Like for televisions, all the channels have their specific region. So the particular, like if you talk about Star have a different kind of an sector, which like North. So if ZTV is there, so if ZTV is more viewed in UP and Bihar and all those things, so we'll get to see a lot of that content will be on that kind of which will lure the audience of those parts. You will see that kind of a serial. So all those things actually based out of your research again. So even televisions right now, because a lot of money, again, once you launch a program, it's a lot of money which you keep it on stage. So everybody wants to do a proper kind of a research before launching it and all. So I think television is also working in that way. OTT definitely, because it's a digital medium, so everything is there. The whole data is there in view. I think that is something which will be very good. On the basis of data, you can come to a conclusion ki what kind of content which you will be making it for the audience. So I think that's something which will be good.
And I think Ashish content creators or storytellers should not worry about what platform. Our job is to create content. Technology will decide how to reach it to our viewers.
Yeah.
As we said, Humatic था, बीटा आ गया, बीटा से भी डिजिटल आ गया, अभी आगे कुछ भी आने दो. मेरा काम है स्टोरी लिखना, मैं लिखूंगा, उसको प्रोड्यूस करना, मूवी बनाना. So I will do that. So we have a lot of interesting stories to ask you. The one thing is I really want to ask you about Fair and Handsome. But as we were talking about OTT, I would like to ask Prasad Rajgopalan to introduce SFT. SFT also is a OTT channel. It is world's first and only OTT channel dedicated to the storytelling, and it is made for stories for trainers. That's why its name is Stories for Training. So Prasad, please brief us in a short while how we can go to Stories for Training and how we can subscribe and what to actually provide.
Okay, thanks, Kiran, and you have been a great host. Thanks, Anshuman and Ashish. To give you my background, earlier, I used to produce films for corporates for the last 15 years. And one category of films which we used to produce was short, inspiring, story-based films for corporates. Which they used to use during trainings, they used to use during briefing sessions. And this story-based videos, they were based on business parables, moral parables, and they were very effective. And over the last 1 year, like Anshuman was saying, OTT channels, they became very popular. And today, internet speed, data availability has become very common. That's how we got the idea. Why don't we create a OTT channel for presenters? And what we have done is we have created a library of 90-second inspiring story-based animated videos. So let me showcase it to you. This is Stories for
Yeah,
Training.
Prasad.
And it has a library of 90-second story-based videos. And we have got 3 categories for presentation, for value education, and one is Bollywood Says Eco. So Bollywood Says Eco is a very interesting concept wherein based on Bollywood dialogues, we have created 90-second story videos. So let me play one.
ऑल इज वेल बोलो। दिल को तसल्ली मिलती है और वो शांत हो जाता है। ऑल इज वेल बोलो। दिल को तसल्ली मिलती है और वो शांत हो जाता है। ऑल इज वेल बोलो। दिल को तसल्ली मिलती है और वो शांत हो जाता है।
So there is a wide range of this videos available, and it is the fastest and quickest way to become a storyteller. And like Anshuman was saying, say today every communicator, they want to influence their audience.
True.
Like say if you are a trainer, you are a teacher, but to influence your audience, the first step is you need to engage your audience. Engagement brings attention. Attention brings the probability of influence. And how do you engage your audience? Storytelling is the best way. So the first option is you can tell your own story, and the Stories for Training gives you the option. You search for a story, play it, and instantly engage your audience.
I know about that Fair and Handsome story. Prasad knows, Ashish da knows, but now this is the time for world to know. What is that story of Fair and Handsome? Like Fair and Lovely and then Fair and Handsome. So we would like to know about it. It's 6:26 now.
Okay.
Our promise to our viewers is we should end this show by 6:30, but I'll request them to stay for 5-10 minutes more, and you can just brief us about the Fair and Handsome. Thank you.
Okay. So Fair and Handsome, it was actually developed by Situations Advertising. Again, Mr. Anjan Chatterjee. So I was quite fortunate to work very closely with that brand. So little bit of how that brand is created, if I can share it with. So it was like, I think in 2004 and all. So Imami Agarwal Sahab, so they gave a call to Anjan sir saying, okay, we want to make a competition for Fair and Lovely. So there was no, at that time, there's nothing about Fair and Handsome and all those things. So, and this guy went to Calcutta because that's where Agarwal sub sits. So they met there, and Anjan sir said, "Ki, theek hai, we'll get back to you." So they came up, gave a hire and advertise AC Nielsen, which is a research agency, and AC Nielsen, after a month, they came up with the research saying ki why Fair and Lovely is a Fair and Lovely, because at that time I think it was 300 CR kind of a brand and all those. So and there was nobody in the market and to compete Fair and Lovely in 2004 and all. So the research which they got it, there were three things which normally the agency, the research agency, and after that, which we derived it as an agency. Fair and Lovely's, they say ki Fair and Lovely, it's for women and all, and they advertise in that way. But research showed completely a different thing, because 70% of users in those days were males and 30% were female. So that was one. Second, the 70% audience, the 70% of the customer of Fair and Lovely, they never go themselves in retail to buy the product for themselves, right? Which is quite very strange, because 70% of users are male and those 70% are not visiting the retail shop to buy the brand. So it means that घर पे जो हमारे the sisters, wife, mother, whoever there, so the male, because again it's a male ego, how come I can go and purchase a female product, that too Fair and Lovely, for myself? So I don't go there to buy a purchase. But if my wife's bring Fair and Lovely for her use, but I use it at home. So that is what the second one. And third one is, of that 70% users of that male customers, the 70% are users in South. In 4 states, it was consumed. The 70% of Fair and Lovely in those days I'm talking about, it was consumed in the 4 states. Earlier it was 4 states, in Andhra, Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. So in those 4 states. So Anjan sir said, ki, okay, fine. So they went back to Calcutta. They said, ki, sir, they met Agarwal sir and said, ki, sir, let's do one. The whole market is vacant for male. There's nothing at those days. There's no cream for male fairness cream. So they came up with a proposal saying, ki, okay, we will have a fairness cream, which will only talk about for males, because it's a 70% market is there. And trust me, with the research, they came up with a tagline called "Chup chup ke ladkiyon wali fairness cream lagate ho." So it's actually came up from the research, and that became a communication strategy for Fair and Handsome for a very long time. We did the film with Rajiv Menon, cinematographer, director. We shot a series of films with him, saying the same thing कि लड़कियों वाली fairness cream क्यों लगाते हो, छुप छुप के वाली fairness cream. So from there it started, and after that we because again the research said that 70% users are in South 4 states. So we signed with I think I forgot the actor's name. Okay, so we Singham was actually the Surya. So we hired Surya. The mother film was in Tamil, and the rest we did it in we dubbed the film, and it was a hit. The brand was hit in South. After that, Shah Rukh Khan came. Then we said, ki, okay, now let's make it a national brand. So Agarwal Saab suggested, ki, let's go as a national one. And we hired Shah Rukh Khan, shot that with him. It was a day shoot. We shoot it in Mukesh Mel in 2007. And Shirish Kundar, Farah Khan's husband, he shot the film. He was the director. Red Chilies produced it, and that is where Chup Chup Ke Ladkiyon Wali Fairness Cream Lagate Ho. So Shah Rukh Khan came and he became a brand ambassador to it, and the rest is history.
So I think very few will be there, those who have not seen that ad. Prasad, do you have Surya film with you right now, Fair and Handsome?
No, I don't. I'll want to search.
Okay.
I have it with me, but I don't know how to share my screen.
Okay.
That reminds me, Anshuman, that it's all about stories. So initially it was a story which actually related with me, that I also stolen some of the cream from my mother or from sister, and I used it. And I've seen people doing it virtually after you said that. It got reminded. I was talking to my wife, in fact, that a person came to my home. He said that, looking so fresh. He said, I use Fair and Lovely in a whisper. So that is one part of the story. And then you all emulated, and it touched lives and all. And the second part is to iconize the entire thing with Shah Rukh Khan, where the game actually changes.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
the earlier one, it touches me, and I've seen people, I'm really scared, or I'm really shy to go to the medicine shop to buy a pack of whatsoever, a whitening cream, and I use it. But when you give something for me, I'm not very shy and go and buy it. So that is one part of the story. The second part of the story, which I was just listening to it and just came to my mind, is it's no more my story 1 second. It is because James Bond is using an Omega watch, I use it. Because Shah Rukh Khan is using it, I use it. Because Amitabh Bachchan has a haircut, I use it. So I think that is a game changer 1 second, that I emulate a person who's actually using that.
Absolutely.
What Ashish Da just now said, because is a copyrighted format created by Stories for Training. And those who want to learn how to build stories, they can actually, subscribe with our workshops. We do a lot of story, how to tell stories and how to write stories workshop. And you can, for viewers, you can join those, and you can learn how to write the story. So anyway, I think it's 6:35, and we should open it for question and answers. Thank you, Anshuman, for being here and being so generous guest. Now we will open it for question answers. Those who are attending the webinar, they can put their questions in Q&A session. And Sandeepan, if you can help us with the questions which are there on Facebook for the on the both the relays. So till the time the questions come, there is one question from me, Anshuman, is you have been master in creating promos.
Yeah.
And there is one
not
serial
master, but I created promos.
So once channel wants to launch one serial, they have invested a lot in that serial, and before it comes to the it gets telecast, they have to create they have to generate TRPs for them, and that job is done by promos.
Right.
So how you fit that story? How the promos are made? What is that process?
See, promos, I was with ZTV and all, I was there for a very good time, and I was doing promos. We started promos like whatever his producer is giving it to you, like the whole episode. First, we used to see the whole episode before the telecast, which we happen to see the thing. Or probably if you're making a film, so we need to see the whole film. And we used to find a hook point in that. So on that hook point, we used to weave the story, like what to say and what not to say. So like I give you an example, like there was a promo director who was a colleague of us. If you know 100 Days, right? There was a film of 100 Days. The whole
Very
film
much.
was about the suspense. Jackie Shroff was there, and I think
Yeah,
Madhuri
yeah.
Dixit was there.
Yeah.
So the whole suspense was ki who's the murderer, right? So who murdered is basically the whole film's suspense is there. So he made the promo where he in the end he revealed who actually murdered it. So so when the channel head when he saw it, he was furious. He was like, how come you can make a promo like this where the whole film is based on the murderer and you are revealing it in the promo? So we need to understand after seeing the whole, because what happened, he chosen a shortcut method. He just bit and pieces. He just saw the film and he put the shots together, whatever with the like as we say, it's a Balaji cut. So with that Balaji cut, zhup, 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 with those things, and he made the promo. It looked good, and he gave it to the channel head. But we need to see the content. What it's not about the look or the cut or the thing. So it's like what you are actually showing audience. So that is where we need to check on the hook point, and that is where the whole promos is done. So earlier we used to make it through whatever footages are there. Then right now we weave a story. It's like a very ad film kind of thing. We shoot the whole promos as well. So the launch promos and all.
I like this,
Thanks.
the words that you have just said now. I like this word hook.
Yeah.
Because that is the ones that we generally use in storytelling, that could you hook your audience?
Absolutely.
Thank you very much for that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So there is a question, what are, from where we can formally learn the art of storytelling? So I think the question pertains to like, everyone cannot go to FTI and NSD. So what are the other options?
See, there are a lot of schools which is there. I always tell the students that apart from this national school, they're good because the intake is pretty less there. So that is a major challenge, right? If they want to get it into any kind of storytellers or filmmakers they want to become, and they want to come in, first they should learn. So from where they will learn, institute doesn't matter, but the faculty matters a lot, from whom they will be learning. So I think that's something which all the students need to see from where they are getting the education. Institute can be anything. If the faculty is good, if those faculties are coming from good places, if the faculties are coming from the national institutes, as you talked about, or from any good amount of experience he or she is having it, who is there on board, then there's no problem. They can go into that institute and learn. So the main thing is the faculty. Infrastructure still comes very second when it comes to film education. That's completely with my experience I'm talking about. Because I'll give you an example. We have one faculty from FTI I'm talking about Zima. So there's because corporate culture, like you put a mail, they will revert. So in that process, we need to purchase few cameras for the student, right? And this was taking time. So in the corporate thing, it was getting delayed. So it was almost like months from the mail which we sent and the time which actually the first camera came to us for the students. It was 3 months. In that 3 months, you won't believe, there is a faculty called Nadim Khan, who was a cinematography faculty. He's from FTI, he's having like 98 kind of films he had worked at. Right now, he's not well, he's not keeping well. But yeah, in those days, he was there. And without any equipments, without the main equipment with the camera, she taught the students. So that where I actually came to know how much your faculty matters a lot to you, because ultimately those are like, it's a non-living thing. They will never work unless and until living thing like ours will sit on it or operate it. Or
Yeah.
where it's very important the kid should see कि कौन faculty है. बहुत simple सी बात है.
Okay. Okay. Great. So, in the interest of time, I will take only 2 questions now.
Sure.
There are only 2 questions. The first is, which is the your most like
He's asking.
promo or work of yours, which you like?
Of mine,
Yeah, yours.
promos, it's like very difficult to say, because in the channel when you're there for almost like 6 to 7 years and every day you're cutting a promo, so there are few promos. One which I have made it for Alpha Bengali. There was a program called Ek Akashin Niche, which was a very popular program in Alpha Bengali in those days. Earlier it was Alpha Bengali. Right now it became Z Bengali. So I made a promo for them. So that was quite, I really personally, I liked it, and it was on air for a very long time. And if I talk about my ads, the first one, the Diva sanitary napkin. So that was my very close to me, because one is, it was my first ad with Kapil, and which I'm always thankful to him. But that ad is very close to me.
Okay. And the last question to you is, what next?
What next? It's Cinema for Screen, definitely. So this is more or less, it's like definitely we are here to make money and all, but it's more or less, we have created this platform as a philanthropic as well. So it's not about ki paisa chahiye. So that is where we have kept the education, the guidance, and all those free of cost. So this is the platform which I want to take it forward till the time I retire. So that is which is there, and we are going ahead in a proper way. We will be very soon. We'll have our own chapters in different countries as well. The thing which we are doing it for this particular cities, we'll be moving out of this country as well. Like, and there also we will have our own chapters. So that is the thing which we want to do it. So yes, because of this present situations, lot of constraints is there. We are unable to meet people. So, but yes, we are. It's going proper way, and I can, with your platform, I request people to come and join as a free. It's a free membership. There's no money, nothing. Plus, there's a lot of benefits which is there if they join as a member. As a filmmaker, if they join, we can do a lot of things together. It's because it's a networking kind of a platform which we have created it. Any job opportunities and all will circulate in our groups, so they can team up with.
Oh.
So in that.